The following is a production of Cary TV, the Town of Cary's government access channel. You're watching Bud TV, the monthly program that keeps you informed about what's going on in and around Cary Town Government. This month on Bud, welcome to the newest Fiberhood. We're going to pump you up with our Get, Be, and Stay Fit program and a good old-fashioned Chowdown. All that and more right here on Bud TV.
It's official. Cary's neighborhoods are going to be fiberhoods.
AT&T and Google are installing fiber optic networks in select communities across the United States.
These services offer internet speeds up to 100 times faster than the internet speed many of us have now.
That's like comparing Tour de France bikes and NASCAR stock cars.
That's pretty fast.
Google says its service allows for the download of a full movie in less than 2 minutes.
Kansas City, Kansas was selected as the first city to receive the service in 2011.
In February 2014, Cary was selected as a potential new town for the speedy gigabit service.
And we became part of the NCNGN program in 2013.
NCNGN chose AT&T as a regional service provider in 2014.
These new fiber services can really change how our town grows economically. One of the biggest benefactors will be business people who work from home.
And there are many other ways of using this technology to improve our daily lives.
Google selected Cary along with Carrboro, Chapel Hill, Durham, Garner, Morrisville, and Raleigh as possible towns for its ultra-fast fiber internet.
The town had been working with citizens to attract Google since we applied for fiber consideration back in 2010.
With the decision made, Google is now meeting with town officials and staff to design and plan the network.
And AT&T is already installing its service in parts of Cary.
You can continue to follow fiber service updates within the town by subscribing to the Get the Facts Google Fiber RSS feed at townofcary.org.
When it comes to recycling, we don't want to see any of it go to waste. But that's exactly what happens if we're making one of these two common recycling mistakes. I'll tell you what those are and how to avoid them next on the Conservation Corner. Our Cary Recycled program accepts over a dozen different types of materials right in your curbside carton bin. And with so many items accepted, it's important that we recycle the right ones and we do it correctly. Only the items that the town accepts for recycling are recycled, and only if they're put in your cart correctly. When you put something in your cart that's not accepted for recycling, it's considered contamination. Contamination is costly to the town and can ruin an entire truckload of recycling, possibly sending it all to the landfill. So don't let your efforts go to waste. Here are two common recycling mistakes and tips on how to avoid them. Number one, it's a mistake to put plastic bags in your recycling cart. Plastic bags are not accepted in your recycling cart, and they will not be recycled if you put them there. In fact, it's a waste of plastic, your time, and so much more by doing so. Plastic bags need their own specific recycling process and just get stuck in our processor's machinery. Once they're pulled out, they get thrown out. But that's not all. Good recyclables that get caught up in the plastic bags are thrown out too. To avoid this mistake, simply keep plastic bags out of our recycling carts. And if you want to recycle them, take them to a plastic bag recycling collection box found in many grocery stores all over town. Or take them back to the retailer and find out what recycling options they have. And then you can feel good that your bags are recycled and not trashed. Number two, it's a mistake to bag your recycling items. Recycling items that are put in plastic bags equal trash. That's right. If you take items that are accepted for recycling and put them in a plastic bag, and then put them in your cart, they won't be recycled. Instead, it will be considered trash, pulled out of the recycling line and put in the garbage. All of it. That's because it's inefficient and unsafe to open these bags during processing. It doesn't matter if the items inside can be recycled. It's all thrown out. To avoid this mistake, keep your recyclables loose in the cart. Place them right in and don't bag your materials. Recycling only works when we take something that would have been trash and turn it into something valuable that's purchased. And the process starts with you. So sort your items correctly and keep it loose in the cart. For more tips and a full list of what's accepted for recycling in our town, search recycling at townofcary.org. I'm Shrishna Guilford, and I'll see you next time on the Conservation Corner.
If the sunshine isn't enough to get you off the couch and on your feet,
here is another great reason to do so.
The town is featuring 30 days of free or low-cost fitness and wellness opportunities as part of Fit Cary Month.
The Cary Town Council is really excited about Fit Cary Month.
They are encouraging citizens to participate in one or more health and wellness activities in April.
Key activities include
the Cary Road Race on April 11th,
Saturday outdoor fitness classes all through April,
and Greenway walks April 7th and 19th.
The endorphin release doesn't end here. There's a boatload of other activities and programs sponsored by the town.
Not to mention, we have 30 parks, many miles of wide outside lanes, bike routes and bike lanes, 418 miles of sidewalks, over 82 miles of paved greenways, and multi-use paths. Phew, I'm tired from just saying that.
Whew, I'm tired from just listening to that.
Everyone knows that increased physical activity has breathtaking benefits.
But what everyone doesn't know is how much space we have for you to enjoy.
And one of the best qualities of Cary is that there is never a park, greenway, sidewalk, or community center far from your couch.
For a full list of fitness, wellness, and culinary activities, search Program Brochure at townofcary.org.
And check out our new Bike and Hike app, available for download from the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store.
Now let's take a look at events around town. The Children's Day Festival at Cary will be held on April 18th from 1 to 5 p.m. at Sertoma Amphitheater. The 22nd annual Spring Days will be held on April 25th in Bond Park. In the event of heavy rain, Spring Days will take place on April 26th from 1 to 6 p.m. Cary players present Legally Blonde the Musical on April 24th to 26th and May 1st through 3rd at the Cary Arts Center. Friday and Saturday shows are at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday shows are at 3 p.m. Now let's take a look at this month's meetings. On Tuesday, April 21st at 6:30 p.m., a Town Council meeting will be held in the Council Chambers. Please note, this is a Tuesday instead of the usual Thursday, and that it's the only regular council meeting this month. The Planning and Zoning Board meeting will be held on Monday, April 27th at 6:30 p.m. in the Council Chambers. Please note this is the fourth Monday of the month, not the usual third Monday. On Tuesday, April 28th at 6 p.m., a Town Council work session will be held in the Police Department Training Room at 120 Wilkinson Avenue. For more meetings and events, log on to townofcary.org and click on the calendar icon.
Everyone enjoys a delicious home-cooked meal, but no one enjoys the cleanup. Imagine the cleanup if cooking that meal results in a kitchen fire. Whether you choose to cook on the stovetop or in the oven, follow these safety tips to make sure the fire department is not an uninvited guest at your next meal. Keep all flammable items away from the stovetop. Turn pot handles in and have a 3-foot child-free zone around the stove. Wear tight-fitting clothes. Only cook when you are fully alert. Never leave food cooking unattended on the stove. If you have to leave, turn off the burner and remove the pot from the eye only if it is safe to do so. Heat oil slowly and use a thermometer to achieve the proper temperature. When cooking in the oven, use a timer to remind you of the cooking time and check the food doneness at intervals to avoid overcooking. If a cooking fire occurs in your home, don an oven mitt, slide a lid or cookie sheet on the pot, Turn off the stove and only remove the lid or move the pot when the contents have cooled completely. Never attempt to move a flaming pan outdoors or to the sink. This can lead to serious burns. Oil and water never mix. Never attempt to extinguish a grease fire with water. If the fire is growing too fast or has left the container, evacuate the house immediately and call 911 from outside. Cooking fires are the leading cause of home fires nationwide and locally. So, watch what you heat and know what to do if a cooking mishap occurs in your home. I'm Captain Alicia Dismuke with Cary Fire Department, bringing you this month's Hot Tips.
Did you know that the food truck is the modern-day version of a chuck wagon?
It sure is. Chuck wagons were used to move food and cooking supplies on the prairies in the mid-1800s.
The wagon settlers worked together and created wagon trains. The miners, loggers, and ranchers depended on this service just like we do now.
Let's flash forward to 2015. Food trucks are still doing what they do best, feeding tech guys, construction workers, and account executives.
So come chow down with us on West Chatham Street in downtown Cary.
There will be 15 food trucks for you to choose from, plus beer and wine gardens will line the streets along with seating areas.
If you feel the need to cut a rug or bust a move, live local musicians will be on hand to help you burn some calories.
The Chatham Street Chowdown is Sunday, April 19th, from noon to 4:30 p.m.
Vendor applications have closed, but keep an eye open for future chowdowns being planned for July and October.
For a list of participating food trucks, drink vendors, and more event information, search Chatham Street Chowdown at townofcary.org or call 919-469-4061.
That does it for this month's Bud TV. If you have any questions about stories you've seen here, you can email us at feedback@townofcary.org or call 919-469-4007. And remember to tune in to Cary TV 11 if you're looking to find out what's going on in and around Cary Town Government. This has been a production of Cary TV. Visit the Town of Cary's website at townofcary.org.